Hi Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 85. Welcome back, friends. I am so glad you are popping in again this week to see me. And if you are new to this channel, this is a channel about cross stitch. So I hope you like what you see. Subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things, interact, comment. We have a very loving community here and interact back and forth. So let's jump into this. Updates. I can update you on my weekend. So it was Mother's Day weekend. All of my kids worked on Mother's Day, but they all found a little special way to make it special for me. And it was nice, very nice. And in my neck of the woods, it rained all of Sunday. So for me, it was super pleasant. I literally stitched. I can't wait to show you what it is that I stitched when I get into my pile over here, because I stitched on the one thing all day. So Opie is like staring at me. Come here. Come on. Sorry, a little update. Here's my little Opie dope. Lucky. He is a cuddle bug today. So we're gonna see if we can do this along with going through my things. I don't know. He wants to be with me. So, all right, let's jump into, first of all, my featured friend. My featured friend this week is Linda. She is stitching a year at Hawk Run Hollow on 28 count something, she says, and she's using all of DNC. She started it on January the 1st, and she's actually, I'm gonna read my notes. So her girlfriend of 51 years, they met in 6th grade in 1970, and so her girlfriend's daughter and her are stitching this along. The plan is to stitch one a month. She's a little bit ahead. So thank you, Linda, for sharing this with me. I'm gonna pop the picture. And just as a reminder, if you would like to be on this featured friend, just send me an email at janetjabber@gmail.com. I love showing your works on here, and it doesn't have to be finished, just like Linda. It's in the process. So share. Along with sharing, the hashtag under 1000 sub club. You have heard me mention this before, but like kind of in passing. I don't think I put her under this title. I don't know. When I like watch my floss tubes for the week, I grab people that I'll notice how many subscribers they do, so I make note of it. So this is Grace Notes Stitchers. It's a mother-daughter team. You've heard me talk about them. Colleen and Corinne. They stitch a variety of things, and it's very fun to watch the difference of what they stitch and their fabric choices and whatnot. And she's the one that put a special note out about like how to turn my patterns into a PDF and use a different app to be able to, and you can still mark them off. Doesn't count your stitches, but I don't care about counting stitches. So I think it would be a game changer on some of my mirabilias, because it's that line halfway through that annoys me. So anyway, I am going to be finding myself a little trip to Staples soon. So thank you very much for that, Corinne. That extra little video, I appreciate it. So go check them out. A lovely mother-daughter team. Colleen is graduating from high school this year. So young stitcher, it's awesome. And that's going to lead us into our stitching for this week. So this first thing I'm going to show you is a back from my framers finish, and I hope I can do this and not make too much noise. Nope, you're gonna hear some crinkles. I'm trying to just flip it out of the bag. All right, here it is. Is it upside? Here it is. This is my a Christmas list from Silver Creek Sampling. This is a 32 count something that I like stained up and dyed, but I want you to see the framework. Look how perfect that is. I changed the color of the car. I really didn't make lots of changes, but since I changed the color of the car, I felt impelled to change that in a couple other places. But look how beautiful this is. I'm so happy with it. So happy with it. And that is it. So one more big shot. It's a beautiful piece back from the framers. So, and along with this is, I have been able to get a few extras done because of the Buy Me a Coffee link. So this week I would like to thank Barbara for buying me a cup of coffee. So that is in the description below. Do not feel obligated. It is just there if you want to buy me a coffee, not a coffee. I actually use it for that or to do into giveaways. So, but that leads us into my stitching for this week. All right, so if you have been a long time watcher of this channel, you know I stitch on 30 minutes a day. And for the year of 2021, I am stitching on a Mirabilia Seasonal Queen. So we are in spring still, so Spring Queen. I got out of order. Okay, I'm gonna show you Spring Queen and then I'm jumping back because I got out of order and so my pile's not what this is. I jumped ahead, guys. All right, so here's my Mirabilia Spring. She's gorgeous. Stitched on 28 count white tee by Color and Cotton. And this is where I am on her. I love the colors that are popping. That's where I am. If you, just from the picture right there, right here is a bundle of flowers and then her dress keeps going down. So I don't know what direction I'm going, but since I've seen you last, a little bit of verbose here and this here for the dress is starting to come down. So super happy with this. I love stitching mirrors. I do. So, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. And I will stitch that until the first day of summer. All right. So we're going to back up a tiny bit. I started in with my whips and I finished. I have finishes. Besides my framer finish, I have other finishes to show you. So this one, I'm super excited about. It came as a piece of mail and it's a traveling chart and I've already sent it on. So I don't have the chart to show you. It's Land That I Love, Birds of a Feather. Birds of a Feather. Yes, Birds of a Feather, Land That I Love. I literally stitched on it. It took me 4 days to stitch this up. So this is what the finished piece looks like. I stitched this on a piece of, let me get my details. I just had it out. 32 count fabric flare parchment. I love this piece. I actually, as you'll notice, I purposely put it down lower because I wanted to be able to get some of this detail down here at the bottom. If I didn't scrunch it down there and if I would have put it just perfectly out, that would have been wasted. Like it had just been my border that I cut off. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about this. So as I looked at this chart, I knew I wanted to stitch it, and then like inspiration hit by Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. Sending prayers to you, Olivia. Prayers for strength and healing for your husband. I know you probably don't watch this, but so this is, I stitched this in honor of my husband. So him and I have the same initial, J-O. But my husband was in the United States Army from 1990 to 1998. And so I stitched this in honor of his years of service. So I love the colors that it came out. I stitched it completely as is. And I look forward to getting that framed. This will actually be popped in a frame. I think it deserves that honor. My next piece of a finished for now is my Flosstube friends. So Flosstube friends, I don't know why I don't write this down. I talk to these ladies almost every single day. So the crew consists of, I didn't want to mess them up. The crew consists of Stacie C Stitches, is the one that started this whole thing. So she is Stacie C Stitches on Instagram. Punky Purls, Heather, Bobbi from Pumpkin Creek Prim, and Sallie from Skate Mom Stitcher, and then Jessie, who is Stitches of Sass, is the ladies that are doing this Flosstube friends, if you don't recall. Can you tell I'm a little bit discombobulated since I went out of order in my pile? I got this. We got this. All right. I stitched my girl on Heather's piece from Punky Purls, and I did the pink lady. The old lady. I'm the old lady in the group too, guys. So there you go. Super excited, and I'm ready to send that on when the time comes. I think we have 10 days, 2 weeks, 2 weeks still before we send it on. So I'm ready. My next piece is my Smalls Exchange for StitchCon. StitchCon Week A here. Whoop, whoop. So I am showing the piece because it's not fully finished, and even if you wouldn't know. So what it is, a smalls exchange, they say like 65 by 65, and then finish it, and your bag has to like represent what's in it. I hope I can find a bag that'll represent what's in this, but this is what I chose, and it is a little bluebird. But this little bluebird, this is the second time I've stitched him, and I'll probably stitch him again. This is on a 28 count opalescent, 28 count, yeah, of just a Zygarde or whatever. But this is, if you remember this chart, Feels Like Home from Fat Quarter Shop. They did a big old stitch along. I feel like it was in 2019. It was big. It had this little guy in the corner, and then it had a big house and a picket fence and roses, and it said Home Sweet Home or Feels Like Home. I don't know. I stitched the whole thing when I went through it, but this little guy I have loved so much. So I'm going to try to finish this into a pillow. And I may stitch it again because I like this guy so much. That's why I left all the flosses in here and the patterns in here, and so that I can stitch it again. So that is my last finish for this week. And then again, back to the whips. So I already showed you spring, but we're going to show you this next one, which I am so excited about. This was the one that I was going to test to see if I could do 25 count, 1/1. This has evolved. It is okay. It's a learning curve for me. I am still stitching it. The one I am speaking of is my Mirabilia Silver Moon Tea. I love this. There's a bunch of ladies on Virtual Stitchers that are stitching this. I do not get over there and visit them as much, but I know that they're stitching it. I know my friend Vicky from StitchinButton stitches it. So, and I know, oh my gosh, I just drew a blank. It's going to come to me, but right now it's not there. Right. I'm going to, seriously, she's going to chuckle when I say this. It's Alice's mom. Why can't I think of your name right now? Sarah, Stitching Kingdom. She's stitching this also. Sarah, I know you're chuckling at me since I remembered your daughter's name. All right, so this is where I'm at on this piece. That's something loud and I really want to show it to you. This is where I'm at on this piece. And if you've been here a while, and if you haven't, you get to hear the story anyway. Since it's on 25 count, the beads in the kit that I bought will not work. So when I was down in Florida, they had a plethora supply of Kreinik, and I went in and substituted Kreinik, and the bigger beads I substituted for petite beads. So this right here is Kreinik in the same color as the beads that we're going to be. Now, the thing I wanted to show you is what Annie from Stitch Roadie showed this quite a while ago, and I ran out and bought it, and it works. It works. So many of us hate stitching on Kreinik. And Stitch Roadie has seen this at quilting shows, she said. And it's a little zapper. So it's called Thread Zap 2. And literally, I'm going to get it out here. Literally, do you see that? See that point there? So there's a button on the side. And I literally, it's battery operated, and you turn it on, and I don't have Kreinik here to show you, or I would. You know what? Do I have Kreinik? I really want you to see this. It's silly how amazing it works. We're taking the time for Janet to find her Kreinik. All right, look. This is the piece that I was using. I hope I can do this and not make a hot mess. All right, there is my end. I cut off my length that I need. I actually fiddle and fuss and put it through the needle. I don't know that you need to do this. This is still a learning curve for me, but I hope you can see this. You're not gonna, okay, watch. When I turn it on, did you see that smoke? Do you see that? It literally melts the end of that piece. So the fuzz goes away, and I do it to the other end too, so it frays less, and it was magical. I gotta find this lid. It was magical for me. It just worked perfect, and I wanted to share. So yes, it does work. Stitch Roadie is a genius. Thank you, Anne. I know you don't watch me, but maybe word will get back to you. It worked. So I will continue. I put a strand of this on in a day on that piece on days that I work. So it usually stays at work except for when I bring it home to record the video. Yesterday was Mill Hill Monday. And I'm doing this with Witchy Stitchers. Witchy Stitchers? Dang it, Charlene and Morgan. Can I just call you that? Sorry. This is the piece I'm stitching on. And this is where I've gotten. So, basically, I am plugging along. Oh my gosh, sorry. Sorry, guys. All right, so I feel like I've got a light yellow and a light orange and then beads and back stitching, but we'll see. No pressure. I just work on it for about an hour-ish on Monday. It is different for me again because I am an in-hand stitcher, so of course I stitch this in hand, but I am a sewing method stitcher, and with this, it's really back to the good old poke and stab. So again, all right, my next piece, as I'm moving down the pile here, is Wednesday for Wicked Wednesday. I am stitching on this series, so this one was a new start this week because I finished last week, and this is where I'm at, just in the orange, right down here in the orange, so not much to really see. This is stitched on an antique 18 count stitched by me piece, or dyed by me piece, so little bit of time. Here is where I can tell you about a fail. Fridays are supposed to be festive Fridays for me. I had Friday off to go to my son's track meet. Oh, see, there was an update. He was in 3 running events. 2 of the 3 running events, their team got 3rd at this conference, and it rained on us. It did all the things. It was cold. But it was a great time. But because of that, it's a long haul. So because of that, no festive Friday stitching because it's life. This next one, if y'all have been with me for a while, you have not seen this in a long time. When I pulled the sheet out, which I do not have with me right now, I have not stitched on this since March of 2020, May of 2020. I'm not really sure. Somewhere in there. I'd have to get the card out again. Anyway, I was shocked when I told my daughter it'd been like over a year or maybe right at a year since I'd stitched on this piece. So background story on this, I am referring to the Butterfly Afghan. This is from the magazine, and I have all the magazines. I just ripped this out because it's like easier to see a handle instead of a magazine. So this is a Stony Creek Collections magazine from 2006 into part of 2007 to accumulate all those butterfly patterns. And in 2007, my mother got me the Afghan for this. For those of you that have been around for a while, my mom passed away in 2017, and I didn't start this channel till 2018. And yeah, so anyway, this holds a lot of like heavy for me. I don't want to finish this fast because it's like when I stitch it with my mom, I've had love on here before that tells me, well, when it's done, I can cuddle up in it. And so all those are true. But the point of this whole thing is that I don't really get it stitched on that much. And all of Mother's Day being yucky and blah, 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 this was my planned stitch for that day. I got a whole square done. A whole square. Let me just show you a whole square. So, right now I've been concentrating just on the squares like this. There's like 8 of them. I have 1 more of those. See, and then the ones in between will be the full butterfly thing. So 1 more of those. And I told my daughter, I think that when I get those done, it leaves 12 squares. And I think 2022 is going to be a square a month, but with a little, I may start a little early because November of 2022 will be 5 years that my mom's passed. It's time to get this done. And that's the plan. What else did I want to tell you about this? Something popped in my head and it popped right back out. Oh, I know what it was. Amy loves toads. On Sunday, she posted, I love you, Amy. And she helps. It's so funny how somebody else can plant a seed and it helps you see something different. Since the loss of my mom, Mother's Day has been very hard for me. Yes, I'm a mother, and I love being a mother, and I love that all that it's brought to my life, the tears and the cheers. But Mother's Day became very hard for me without my mom here. So Amy posted something along those lines, and it just, that little message that Amy posted was like, basically, I don't have it right here in front of me, but basically was to honor my mom, I'm going to take back Mother's Day and enjoy it for the day that it is. I'm a mom. I'm a mom to my kids. I'm a mom to kids in the neighborhood. And it's glorious. So thank you, Amy. I've already expressed this to you, but I just wanted to share in case that little bit helps anyone else with Mother's Day. So there. That is all my stitching for this week. That literally took me the entire day to stitch, and I'm so happy for it. So all of that to say, we're going to jump into plans, which aren't much of plans. I feel like pandemic, I'm going to cut that piece down and get some of that stitching on. I have knee high, which is a hands-on design. I don't have it over here to show you, but I had some pieces picked that I wanted to finish for May. And so I'm plugging along with those, basically, is the moral of that story. So that is kind of the plans. Let's pull those out and get them focused on. So I am going to jump into some super fun haul. It is all over the place. I hope you stick around and see it. If not, I understand some people peace out here. But first off, I am so excited about this. And there's a tiny story with it. So I never have something to drink here with me. And I had this simply because I was showing you this mug. So this coffee mug, Stacie C Stitches showed it on her channel, and she got it in a box from Primrose Cottage. And it says, stitching is cheaper than therapy. So I feel like I either posted the picture, maybe I didn't. I snapped the picture and I sent it to my daughter. Look at my new coffee cup. I love it. It's got a good handle on it. I drink tea in coffee cups, even cold tea, just because I like coffee cups. But the funny thing about this is when I sent this to my daughter was like, Mom, that cup makes no sense for you. She's like, we have insurance that covers your therapy your counseling that you go to. So in reality, therapy is cheaper than stitching for you. Touche, Lizzie, touche. It's still a cute mug. So, daughters. The next thing, I mentioned these girls before, and it is a new set of daughters that are young of GeorgiaStitchers, and they have a business called Hand Dyeing Duo. Of course, I'm going to put it here. You have to go to Instagram, like their page. I feel like today they're going to have some new fabric releases at 7:30 or something. Go like them, go subscribe, do the things. Go request. How do you follow them? That's the word on Instagram. Whew, Janet. First of all, I have to show you, before I show you the fabric, I want to show you when it came, it was wrapped in this. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And it's a loving little handwritten note from the girls thanking me for buying their product. I grabbed a piece of, I'm a light colored stitcher of fabrics. So this is a very 18 count, very lightly dyed. You can see it. You can see it. That's good. Piece of a grayish, gray pearl. That'd be what I'd call it. So super happy with this. They were so cute. And again, go find them today if you can, because they've got new releases coming out for new fabrics that they dyed. Super cute little girls. Another thing that I just got back into Crazy Annie's finishing club of I think it's focused on Lady Dot Creates. This month is called Tidal Pool. And I'm not going to get it all out because it's crinkly, and hopefully you can see. So you get these little finishing trims, couple little buttons and extras. There's some pins in there. There's a tape measure, and then the fabric looks like this. I'm thinking if this looks good with that bird, I may do that for my bird. And look, my finishing Boom, done. This next thing that I got, and there are a few things here, but it's just not over the top. So as the Yule flies on Etsy is where I purchased that set. She has, other floss tubers have been showing her. Becca from Stitches just had one. And Becca showed this one and I went right on there and it wasn't there. So I messaged and I'm like, are you making this again? And she did. So this is like a floss, it's not a floss drop, a floss charm. I don't really know what she calls it in her channel. But I like these because I don't have any of them here. I store my flosses for my projects on floss drops, and Janet, words. So I usually put this, like something like this, a charm or whatever, right at the beginning of them. So then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it lets me know this is the beginning. If I'm searching for 9, 20, then it kind of gives me a base point to start from. So super love this. And it says, mostly I just stand around all day being fabulous. Super cute, super cute. My pile is like, and if you are still here for this long, stick around to the very, very end. I'm going to insert a video on how I store my floss that was requested of me from Corinne from Grace Note Stitchers. The next one is a piece of Happy Mail I got from Sallie. Sallie is part of our crew, and she sent us a little like free chart and the flosses to go with it. So see the flosses, which are beautiful. I love the coloring of these flosses. And this is Mandeli Donna, which when I watched Bobbi's, this is still available on hers. So it's a free one, but I'm going to hold it clear back here so that you can see. But it says, Friends, a Thread of Love. Clear back here. If you are interested, go to, I'm going to put the name Manny D. Donna, in case I'm saying that wrong, so that you can go get that. Super cute. I look forward to stitching that. Thank you very much, Sallie. That is going to go on my sooner than later list. My last two things are personal haul, stitching related, kind of. So you know that I'm going to be part of Frogsworth in June, right? July. Oh, don't even, whatever. Anyway, I found out I was Ravenclaw, and because of that, I've been collecting stuff. And so, you know, through the Black Needle, if you know the Black Needle Society, they also have another business that's called Love You More Studios. If you watch Bendy Stitchy, you know this. But I wanted a bag to, like, support my thing. So I got a custom order from them of Ravenclaw fabric. I purchased this, and then I contacted them, mailed them, like, how do I do this? And they walked me through the process. I mailed my fabric. They even mailed back my remnants because I went over the top since it was directional. I didn't know if they told me they only needed 1/4 yard, but since it was directional fabric, I didn't know if I was going to screw it up. So anyway, all that to say, I got me a book sleeve for Ravenclaw. Love it. Thank you so much, Laura. Love it, love it. All right, last but not least, this is a bag that I've wanted for so long, and I'm so excited about this. So this is I purchased it from Etsy, from the Purple Sewing Room, and it's called a super useful bag. It's not crazy expensive. It is, see my fabric here? Do not do this. See my fabric here? This is a Stitch All the Things Christine bag. And now look at the little super useful bag that I got to go with it. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm unzipping it. So this is what it looks like. There's the bottom, which is the peaks of this big old fabric. But when you open it up, there are compartments to put like all kinds of things. So I thought this would be a perfect, like, I have my little notions bags for when I that go to work or in my car or just sit by my thing. But I thought this would be like a perfect StitchCon. Throw all these things in here. And zip it up and peace out. So very cool. super excited about that. That's it. That is all my stuff right here. If you have stuck around this long, I should have mentioned this earlier, but I didn't. So if you stuck around, your chances are better. I am going to try to do a giveaway every week if I remember. It's not, I don't know. I need to do better about that. So I have this Lizzie Kate pattern that I have never stitched, but it's Lizzie Kate's, and it's like my to-do list. So it is an 87 by 112, not a big stitch. You can change up the colors and make it your own. So if you are interested in this, tell me what you're doing today. Today is the word I'm looking for. So tell me what you're doing today. Today is a glorious, beautiful, sunny day here. I am going to wrap this video up and edit it and get it uploaded. And I have to make my homemade dog food and I don't know, go outside and play with the dogs. So that's my plan for today. If you are interested in my little how I organize my threads video, stick around. I'm going to tag that here at the end. If not, I'm going to get out of here and enjoy this day. So I love you guys. Keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye. All right, I'm going to try to do this while I hold my camera. This is what my shelf looks like. So I have this big cabinet. And this is one whole side of it. There's some finishing stuff at the bottom. But this first thing, I'm going to pull it out. And you can see, it's my fancy flosses. They're bobbinated and bobbinated. I always say that wrong, get chuckles from people. And I write down, you can see right there through that one, I write down what brand it is and what the name of it is, and then I bobbinate them. And the reason I do that is because it allows me to just look and do a color substitution. Now, as far as my DMC, I have one of those cards. It's old, so it doesn't have the new ones, that if I want to change a color, darken it, brighten it, I can just use the color. So these are how I do my DMC. So you'll see I have these little package in here, and they're all numbered. I'm just going to pull one out. Pull one out, Janet. Basically, these are called snack size square baggies that I got from Walmart. I don't even know if they sell them anymore, but I write the number in the corner, and these are old stash. So I had stash in like 3 different locations. Some that I used to do the stitch bow system, that's what you see here. These are probably my mom's old ones. And then if I use them, I'd love to find one that I've used. I'm not going to for you. Once I have stitched with it, oh, here's a perfect one. Once I've stitched, like when I pull, I put them on a floss drop. And when I'm done from that one, I just pop it back in here so that if I need to pull 841 again, it's already on a thread. So eventually these will all just be threads, but it allows me to just throw a whole skein. Like if you notice down here, I have some skeins that I knew, oops, sorry about that, that I knew were empty from my system. So I, purchased them and I need to still put them away. So that is my system currently. It's working for me. Will it always? Probably not. I change when I need to. So that's what I got for you. I will see you next week. Bye.